don't you just love a good romantic comedy? Unfortunately, this movie doesn't qualify as one. That's because this is the greatest romantic comedy ever created. 50 First Dates is a close second, but this is a romance masterpiece, a true movie about love and what it'll make you do to achieve that feeling. And not in a psychotic way either. Let's be clear. Before we get into all that, this video will have spoilers, so if you haven't seen Hitch, turn the volume down, keep the video up, and go watch it. I need the views. Also, follow the new Instagram for this channel. The link is in the description. Hitch was released in February 2005, right before Valentine's Day. I mean, damn, even the release date was perfect. It stars Will Smith, Kevin James, and Eva Mendes. From top to bottom, Hitch does everything right. The casting of this film is nothing short of phenomenal. The pacing is great. There's no long dragging or accelerated scenes. And if you don't know by now, soundtracks will seal the deal with me when I rate movies. The soundtrack to Hitch has constant replay value. Songs like One Thing by A. A Wonderful World by Sam Cooke, and Love Train by the OJs. When I hear these songs today, I think of this movie. My grandparents used to always play the latter two songs before I even seen this movie, but now I associate them with Hitch.
Any man has a chance to sweep any woman off her feet. Just needs the right broom.
You see, this movie does a great job teetering with Hitch's character. He's presented as someone who has all the answers and who has all the wit, yet he isn't arrogant with his knowledge and expertise. He teaches men how to get women. He has a moral code and only taking on clients whose main focus is being involved in a long-term relationship. Unfortunately, his tested methods work for everyone except him when he's pursuing Sarah. There's always a disaster when he and Sarah went out. None of his strategies worked successfully. Like when he researched her family history to show his interest in who she is and where she came from, only to find out that the family member he found was a damn serial killer. Or when he had an allergic reaction to the food on their second date and ended up looking like Martin when he fought Tommy Hitman Hearns. Not only did his methods not work for him, but they didn't work for Albert either. His strategy of making your initial presence known and securing the first date worked like a charm, but the strategic gameplay of what to do on those dates didn't pan out for either of them. These events prompted him to learn that love has no rules or guidelines when forming an emotional bond. You see, Hitch is the person we want to be, but Albert is who we are. He is the embodiment of our reality. Self-conscious, kinda awkward, yet has a heart of gold. Albert has zero game. I mean zero. When he does what he thinks looks cool, it always turns out to look goofy, but that's just who he is. Even when he follows Hitch's advice, his quirkiness always finds its way front and center. Albert didn't necessarily need tactics or strategies to win over Allegra. He doesn't attempt to change his personality or change his characteristics, but what he does do is show a side of him that was hiding under all that doubt. Like when Albert escorts Allegra to the art expo and they run into two of her associates. They try to somehow belittle and disregard her opinion on things. Albert does some reverse psychology on them, which made them look like fools. This gained him some brownie points with Allegra as well as elevated his confidence within himself. Albert took initiative and went after what he wanted. Not to mention that everything he does is with absolute good intentions. Albert needed confidence and a push, which was exactly what Hitch gave him.
You trick women into getting
out of their own way, so great guys like Albert Brenneman have a fighting chance.
If there's one place that a movie about romance should be shot in, New York City is that place. There's so much life and ambience in New York that complements the romance genre. Like, look at this skyline shot. You just know the movie's about to be good just by looking at this. For a movie about dating, New York offers so many locations that Hitch shines a light on to create that atmosphere of love and life. the Fulton Fish Market to cook your own food with a professional chef, Sky Studios for an art exhibition, hell, even Madison Square Garden. These are all great places to have a date. And what better way to show them than in a movie about dating and falling in love? This movie is just hitting on all cylinders. When I say that Hitch is the greatest romance movie, I mean it. No, it's not this cinema masterpiece that deserves every award. You see, this movie makes you want to fall in love. This movie gives you that confidence that love is still pure. Hell, when I seen the movie at 10 years old, I wanted to have a loving relationship. Unfortunately for me, Halle Berry was always unavailable. The filmmakers hired relationship consultants and psychiatrists to authenticate the dynamic of how men and women think and operate when it comes to relationships. Learning the basics of just listening to women and paying attention has benefited me in my interactions with the female species. Also, knowing when to make my move, such as when Hitch saved Sarah from this guy spewing out pickup lines at her. He assessed the situation and waited for the right time to jump in to spare her the struggle of rejecting this dude. He then has an intelligent and charming conversation, then leaves without asking for her number, leaving her in awe, letting her mind wander as he gracefully exited. Then, like a gentleman, he pursued Sarah in a unique fashion. Hitch pursued Sarah. He did not chase her. To pursue a woman means to put in the work to genuinely get to know her in order to form a lasting bond. We don't chase women around here. It's too much work.
Falling. And there's only one person that makes me feel like I can fly.
The focus of Hitch is the pursuit of love. Not like other romantic comedies or romance movies where there's a plot about something else and the romance is just there to complement the plot. In this film, Hitch's job is to make love connections. Albert isn't having trouble at work and Allegra just falls in love with him because they spend time together going over the stock market. No. He's in love with her and he pursues those feelings with the help of Hitch. Everything that happens in this movie always leads back to love. Not a job, not money, not saving the family business, but love.
You kinda like me, huh?
Nah. I love you.
Honestly, I don't think a lot of the principles that Hitch teaches would necessarily apply in this day and age. The dating pool nowadays is like gladiator school. Oh no, you're not only fighting against other people to get the person you want, you're fighting the damn person you want too. People have a lot of options nowadays with social media and dating apps at their disposal. You have to almost pay to get somebody's phone number. And don't let that person know how to take a good picture. A lot of unprogressive conversations on social media bleed into reality and will influence the mindset of an individual. So if you think love is being lost in the mix, then you should watch Hitch again to regain some hope. True love still exists, you just have to look real hard for it.
You were like a brother to me!
With that being said, Hitch signifies what love is and what it means. This movie shows the value of communication, forgiveness, and self-affirmation. The on-screen talent did a perfect job showcasing these factors that make this movie the greatest romance film and my favorite movie of all time. Titanic can't hold a candle next to Hitch. But anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think of Hitch. Do you think this movie represents love properly? What are your favorite romance and romantic comedies? As a side note, I think Will Smith should rewatch this movie for research purposes. He's getting done dirty. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the way out. Don't forget to follow this channel's Instagram also. I'll see you guys on the next video. Y'all be easy.
Show me the magic.
What the hell was that? I'm showing you the magic!
No, I said come 90 and then I come 10.
You don't go the whole 100!